Shalawam, I'm your brother Yahawashi from the branch of GMS, South Carolina Midlands. And before we start off, all praise, honor, and glory belongs to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of great millstone who teach and who rule well. And Shalawam unto you, hopeful elect, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you I say Shalawam. We gonna need the Lord in that day. Alright? We gonna need the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, in that day. Alright? In that day I'm referring to, at the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, to where all hell and chaos, will ensue, and break out, here in Babylon the Great and across the world. And you can read chapters such as 2nd Esdras, the 15th chapter, 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter, read Jeremiah 30 and 7, Daniel's 12 and 1, dealing with that time. Also recorded, within the book of St. Matthew, the 24th chapter. And matter of fact, I'm going to get this one, right, because I don't know precisely the exact verse, but I'm about to get it, Lord willing. This is St. Matthew chapter 24, and St. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." So this time of hell, chaos, tribulation in the earth, known as the time of Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah 30 and 7, it's never going to be a time that will amount, to this time that we're in right now. Okay, and we're at the door of it. Okay, where, everything is about to hit the fan. We know that, according to Jeremiah 30 and 7, I'll get it real quick. "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." We know, according to, Jeremiah 30 and 7, he, the elect of the house of Israel, will be saved, during that time. Okay, which we gonna need the Lord in that day. All right, and the Lord gave me a vision, early this morning, to where, it was a setting of an abandoned building. It was pretty much already in the time of Jacob's trouble. All hell had broken loose, and we was in this abandoned building. Okay, accompanied with men and women, and 4 men left out of the house, and to go and retrieve something. And it was a short space or period of time to where those men left out. And within the vision, everybody was familiar with one another. Everybody knew one another. And when those 4 men left out of the house, and by the time they returned back, all right, they asked no questions. They spoke to nobody. When they returned back to the house or that abandoned, building, they just opened up fire. All right, they, the bullets that they were shooting, and the posture that they were in, just speculating, they had to be ex-military or, ex-police, which, the police is basically, military trained at this point. Okay, they pretty much just opening up fire on everybody that was left and remaining within the house. And, it just made me think about 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 19, just to get straight to the point. All right, for the lack of time, I'm here on this this lunch break, which is a short break. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword," which the modern day sword is the gun. Like I said, everybody seemed familiar with one another, like they knew one another. Okay, as if we was in a group. Okay, all right, but these men, when they came back, I don't know what orders they got, or what type of plan they devised, but all I know is they came back to delete everybody else and to take whatever, resources and food, all right, that was left. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And that's going to be one key reason why, neighbors is going to be deleting one another, all right, because of the famine. A time to where the food shelves is going to be empty. Okay, the sown places shall appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall be found empty. It's going to be a lack of food, lack of water out here. Okay, it's going to be a famine. And that's going to be a key, reason why people going to be deleting one another. Friends is going to fight one against another like enemies, as the scriptures also go into. It says, because of the lack and spoiling their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, because all hell is going to break loose. The dollar is going to be worthless. It's going to be a lack of food and water. All hell and chaos is going to be in the streets. It's going to be a time to where 911 is going to need 911. All right, the ambulance, the EMS is going to need EMSs. Okay? It's going to be a time that only the Lord can deliver you from. All right. And, I woke up from that dream, of course, and, went back to sleep, and it transitioned to, to where it was this woman with another individual, running from, these men in a pickup truck. So it's going to be a time to where, you're going to have militias, you're going to have manhunts going on. You ain't going to have no 911 to save you. It's going to be a time of trouble, man. Okay, especially, with the racial tensions. You're going to see who your true enemy is in that day. All right, Esau, Edom. They're going to be hunting, you Israelites. Okay, all right, Esau is going to be hunting Jacob. Okay, in that day. All right, not forget to mention, those are just regular, ex-military policemen. All right, and, regular everyday men. How much more when Esau brings in, his troops, okay, bring in his military and his policemen, okay, declare martial law during the time of all hell breaking loose, okay, and their orders is just to delete, all right, any resistance, delete them, and they're going to be pushing that MOTB. If you don't take it or you resist, delete them. These are the times that we're entering into. All right, these are the times that the hopeful elect is going to be calling upon Yahawashi and be delivered, man. All right, because they're the only ones who's going to be, protected during this time. All right, they're the only ones who's going to be heard during this time. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34, and verse 17. It says, verse 15. It says, the eyes of the Lord Yahawah are upon the righteous. The eyes are the angels that will be protecting us during this day. It says, and his ears are open unto their cry. So the Lord is going to hear us. Verse 17. It says, the righteous cry unto the Lord Yahawah Salakia. The righteous cry, and the Lord Yahawah heareth and delivereth them out of all their trouble. So the Lord going to be with us. We're going to have to call upon the names of Yahawah, of course, in faith, with faith. Okay, believing that the Lord will deliver you from this time. All right, and that's going to be the case for the hopeful elect, man. But as for these 2/3, they're not going to trust in the Lord. They're going to try to take up arms and do their own thing. It's going to be mass casualties of Israelites. All right, as well, you're going to have Edomites and heathens getting deleted during this time. All right, but focusing on Israelites, you're going to have mass casualties of Israelites being deleted in this time. This is Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, which shows you're going to have divine protection during this time. Okay, protection of the holy angels of Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi defending you during this time, which the archangel Michael is one of the head angels on the right hand side, who will be protecting the elect. Okay, Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. All right, back in Daniel 12:1, it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So the elect is going to be in good case. All right, make no mistaking about it. We need the Lord in these times, man. All right, we're going to need the Lord in that day. All right, so continue to call upon Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, continue to have faith in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. All right, because, without Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, you're not going to make it. Lord, what is this edifying to the elect? With that, I say Shalawam.